So we are back with round 2. Hopefully the volume is much better now because I fixed what I broke. And on the left-hand side here we have Yosenju versus Necloth. Now this should be an interesting match. 2 of the new decks that have just come out. What's everyone's opinion on Yosenju?
I think it's New Age Hunters. That's the main thing I've been told, except they actually have an Infinity Barrier.
Well, that's what I said, yeah. The counter trap that you only have to have a face-up Yosenju card. And as long as if you control any other monsters that aren't Yosenju, you can't activate it, but you don't have to have any monsters.
Senju searching clauseless.
Yeah, so here we go again.
Flossie, what was your opinion on Yosenju? Because of course you had a bit more experience than myself.
I love Yosenju actually.
I also love Yosenju. I'm currently building them.
I'm actually disappointed he's not running 1 die back here.
Oh, okay. Collider Mirror is added and comes down.
Wow, straight away, eh?
It's Kaleidoscope, I keep forgetting.
Kaleidoscope, yeah.
It was Collider Mirror, wasn't it?
It was Collider Mirror, yeah, okay. I do believe, but...
I'm making sure I'm not being crazy. Sending the Herald of Arclight for the Unicorn. Standard.
So we've got the Unicorn now with the Senju, so he's got 2-1 and 1-4 is Senju.
Of course, something we're going to see a lot over the course of this weekend.
Yeah, no
People
doubt.
having to read the actual effects of these cards.
Unicorn's not going to do a lot.
Charlie, of course, is no. Yeah.
Yeah, Unicorn's not going to do much in this matchup at all, really.
But I'm not expecting
However,
anything other
could he
than
be
an
setting up
overlay
for
right
the
now.
Lava Chain play to set up?
The love it looks, yeah. Oh, he might do main phase 2 though.
Fossil yeah. Sorry.
Wow, okay.
I shouldn't be allowed to be like that, but it's good seeing old weird cards like that. So he takes 14.
So he takes 14, so he's on 6-6.
Math.
That math, yeah.
Senju's really probably just waiting for Thunder King really hard right
now.
That's a problem when it's at 1.
He's maining Thunder King, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much every Yosenju player is right now.
So, yeah, so
why would you play the 1 die back, by the way? Is that just for the attack bonus? Do you have an effective way to summon it?
You can normal summon it. It bounces really nicely. You can combo that with like emptiness and things. It's pretty fun.
So he's got a deep prison in hand. Possibly, it looked like a 1 day piece, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
In the hands of...
It's also compulsed. Oh, it's a Tenki, okay.
I'm going to actually have a go at him. That is, in fact, a gold rare Tenki.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'd rather see a 6.
So he's getting number 1, is that? No, that's number 3.
2.
Or is it 2? I never remember.
Oh, yeah, I think it's 2.
I only just
It was better when they had their own names, really.
I'm just going to talk about the Necloth cards.
Yeah, that's fine. So, we don't know what these 2 face downs are, but he's going to normal summon this, which can activate its effect to normal summon another Yosenju, but he's not going to, so he's just going to attack straight into it.
Is it 1600?
It's an 1800. So it's a pretty
19 now as well.
And 19 because of that, yeah, exactly. So that's 500 damage he has just taken. So Yosenju are just like a really interesting deck in my opinion. I really do like them. Like if anyone knows me, like they know that how much I love Hunters. Yeah. And this is basically just Hunters version 2 in my opinion.
And the fissure comes down as well, so this is actually really rough for the Necross player at this time.
It's going to be interesting now to see what happens. So he's banishing
2 waters for Tidal.
No, he's banishing Kaleidoscope, isn't he, for the effect?
Yeah. So Kaleidoscope and Brianak.
Which he said is fine.
It kind of worries me that we can hear them.
I can't hear us.
But I hope we're quiet enough here because it echoes in their room, doesn't it?
Yeah. So he's adding another mirror.
That mirror is insane. And it's the fact that Kaleidoscope stocks the graveyard for mirror as well.
Yeah.
Which is even more broken. Because like he's got 11 levels in there now.
It's crazy.
So like if he wants to decisive, he can do that. I think he's got a Valkyris in hand that I can see. Dance Princess, of course.
Dance Princess.
Somewhat surprised Dance Princess hasn't come down yet, because the Princess probably should have, been down before he attempts to cycle.
Yeah. He also has that backup.
Oh, he's sending it. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, cycling isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. So he's bringing back the Unicorn, which is interesting.
Does she search?
Unicorn?
No, does
no, Dance Princess.
Oh, Dance Princess.
I think when it's...
Yeah, I think when it's normal something.
Oh, it doesn't search, it adds. The MS. Oh, there's the MST for the D fissure. But has he got anything for it? No, he hasn't.
Flip macro.
Yeah, the pro
Might
macro
be.
flip, that would be pretty good.
I miss the days of Pro Storm. You've reminded me of it now.
What, Set Storm?
Yeah.
Pro Storm. If people don't know about that, it was just, for some reason, the cards are all upside down. It was back in the day when Heavy Storm was legal, you would set it as like a 1 back row and watch them just kind of go all out, set everything. And in your main phase 1, you just turn over the Heavy Storm.
There
and watch
is a
them
very good
cry
reason I
over it.
top nationals with Mamel.
So here's the Trish looking at now, and he has a bottomless for that, but the effect will still go through.
See, this is the disadvantage of Trishula not targeting as well.
Yeah.
You have to bottomless and then you can pick a fresh back row.
So that's heavy.
At
That's
least
mean.
like, the 2-3 body is gone.
At least
but
it's getting rid of the only Trish.
Yeah, so that's 2-1.
yeah,
so
the
he's-
Trish of course can't be rotated now, which is quite nice.
I think that was pretty worth
That was
to
good.
not
It was a
have to
good
worry
Trish.
about hand Gravefield.
But at the same time, like, he's so low on resources now.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just draws a back row and sets.
Yeah.
I think this is probably.
Yeah. Yosenju's do brick as well, so I can't imagine him top decking anything.
Yeah, because it needs like a couple of cards to combo as well, doesn't it? It can't
Mhm.
just have one monster.
Yeah, things like
It upsets me that the deck doesn't have a wolf buck. So he's 23. He's thinking about the 23, I think. Yeah, he takes it.
Is it Unicorn 23?
Sorry,
Yeah.
is it 21 or
It's
23?
no,
21.
it's 23.
It's 23.
23, okay. So
It was 45.
yeah, so it was yeah,
So he's
it's
on
fine.
22.
So he's attacked with Mirror Force, so he's on 22 now. So Mirror Force there. Mirror Force is finding its way back into the meta.
I play 3 in every Dueling Network deck I play at the moment.
Yeah.
Certainly against Yosenju.
I even play it in Burning
In the
Abyss.
OCG, people are like tripling Mirror Force just for Yosenju, which is really funny.
So Shrit
So
comes
Shrit
down
added.
now. Yeah.
But what was that added off? Sorry, was it? Did he add Clauseless and discard it?
Yeah. So he doesn't look too happy with that draw.
No. That's the one thing about Charlie that I notice as knowing the guy. Like,
So he
he
doesn't.
telegraphs pretty badly.
Yeah.
Like,
He
he's definitely an efficient player, but his telegraphing is there. But he summons out, I believe it's out number 1.
Yeah, which
Sticks.
actually bounces face up card, which is a pretty solid effect.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be giving your you don't want to be giving the
Yeah,
cloths the
I was
searches
gonna
back.
say.
So in this matchup, it's not very good.
Pardon me.
Yeah, so this looks like it's probably going to be game 1 to Necloth,
Yeah.
without being too dismissive. But
He's
it's
grinding well though.
He is indeed, with 2 back rows still and a card in hand.
We know the card.
It's not
Okay.
completely over, but another Unicorn hits the field now.
Could you imagine if Unicorn had the same effect as its Synchro counterpart?
It'd be crazy.
Because that's what I thought it was going to have at first.
So he's going to attack again,
Mm.
which would be game 1, I believe.
Unless Charlie can
Would
stop it. I
Yeah.
think he has an out, otherwise he would have picked up. Yeah.
So he has the
yeah.
bucket move to stop it. Okay. So he drew some pretty good back row. Is that? So that's
This is a
it's
monster.
another
wasn't it?
Yosenju, yeah. I think he might have
the
two.
common.
Start
So that's 1,000 attack. So he's going to actually have 2 monsters on board.
Which is kind of nice.
So,
So it becomes 2k.
Yeah. So he's giving the.
Oh, because can Valkyrus activate anyway? I thought it could only activate when you attack direct.
No, it can.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Where have you been all my life?
So good.
I need this deck in my life.
It's such a good deck. It's really consistent and everything, and so he's just letting them go back to his hand because
Which means
I
he
think
has to have an attack response in.
he must have because
Yeah.
otherwise
Otherwise, you
Lin,
would have made Honor Arc and
Lin
defend.
here
Oh,
can
no.
just attack. So there's a
Another
second
Mirror
Mirror
Force.
Force. But
Oh, can Gungnir protect?
yes,
Yep. So that will
So
be
that's
game
game
1.
Game.
that's unlucky there. But with all that back row, you know, it's just trying to grind out against Necloth. you thought you might have a good one going.
It's
but
the Satellite problem, really. Like, you can have all the background in the world, but if your monster supply runs dry or is interrupted in any way, you're going to have a hard time until you find a way back in.
Yeah, exactly. So
Exciting.
Especially seeing as this deck doesn't have a Dinab. It's even harder to get back in.
So let's look at the side decks. So for the we'll look at the Yosenju player.
Okay.
For this matchup, what kind of cards does he have? It looks like he has the Maxi and the Shared Rides, which will help him.
Definitely be going against Spell Shattering Arrow and a Geometry, obviously, for the Climax matchup.
Interestingly, he also has Masker Restrict and Anti-Spell Fragrance,
so
which is big.
I believe Restrict, of course, is more of a Cly out. Because, of course, we've been seeing a lot more of Killer.
Yes, we have over in the meta over here.
However, does the Necross deck have anything for kind of a similar matchup?
I don't know.
We're seeing, of course, the Decrees that will more than likely go in this matchup.
The hands
Fire
might
and
be
an Ice Hand,
decent,
very effective against this. Lancia, an interesting tech that I've been seeing for the mirror match.
Yeah, that's
because
very interesting.
It stops you from play for that turn, I believe.
He's also got his Vanities in the side as well, but that isn't going to help him in this match.
That will be used. I think we'll be seeing the Decrees in the hands.
Yeah, the Decrees in the hands would be a really good side for this matchup here.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
I'd honestly be interested, and also with regards to the heavy amount that Charlie already has in his side, I don't think we'd see the Masker Restricts go in. I think we'd just see the Spell Fragrance, Shared Rides, and Maxi.
Yeah.
You don't want to overside. It's important not to hurt the consistency of your list.
I think
you can see the hands going.
Yeah, I think the Shared Ride. How many would you side for this matchup? Because it's a difficult one, because with the ruling at this event, it's been ruled if you activate Shared Rides and they activate Preparation of Rites, you draw 2 because they're separate effects. So that's the ruling that has been done for this particular event. But there's been a lot of hot debate kind of over how that effect works. But taking that into account, you'll probably want to possibly max out on those Shared Rides because there's just so much.
Like even though the Necross player can find it so easy to stop because all of the search cards are so good.
Yeah.
Like even if you stop mid, you've got a good monster in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So I honestly feel that it'll net you 1. Like against a good player, it'll only ever net you 1.
Yeah, I can't see it giving you any more than that.
So I feel like maybe save it for your Preparation Rites plays, but it's only going to be so good. It's more of a deterrent like Maxi. Like, do you have game and can you beat Gauze? It's a similar system.
Yeah, it's exactly that, isn't it? Really.
It's like with it's not as like some people have been comparing it to having Book of Judgment in the Prophecy matchup when you could chain it to them. Like if in the mirror match, when you can chain your judgment to their turn.
Yeah.
Against a good Prophecy player, they more than likely stop.
Yeah, because they
had a solid enough board anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So like people have been comparing it to that, but I don't feel that.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's the same thing at all because Judgment was just such a
let's not talk about
stain on that format.
It's also the fact that if the Prophecy player stopped, they had some spells in hand.
Yeah,
whereas
exactly.
if the Necross player stops, they have monsters in hand and they then proceed to drop them.
Yes, exactly. So it's
basically saying stop. I want you to hit me with what you've got.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Which can sometimes be a problem when you realise like their main searcher like Brianak is a 2300 beta.
So it's pretty impressive to be fair.
Yeah.
So I think
Yosenju to start.
I think the Yosenju is going to start. Yeah, it's probably the wisest thing to do. To be fair, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just getting the life points to update. So we're seeing double shared Vanities, Warning, and Fossil Diner. That is a rough hand.
That Fossil Diner first game that was pretty interesting.
It was like. I think holding the Fossil was a good call there as well because of course we can see the double Senju, MST. I'm trying to call out the hand as best I can.
So
that's got to get shared.
Yeah, so here we go. So this is the first instance of Shared Rides being at this weekend on the stream.
So Unicorn's still
really wanting to draw some monsters.
Like, it's kind of unfortunate to see so few Senju in the hand there. Well, none. Mirror Force added. Yeah.
So hopefully the second Shared Ride will stun the Necloth player. Hopefully, anyway, that's what we're hoping.
Stuck for 14 by the Senju.
Yeah.
haven't seen that much back row from Necros today.
No, that's actually a frightening amount. But looking at the Necros list again,
I would imagine one of them might be a Royal Decree.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine anything else. But so he's now setting the. This is probably
so
possibly
Decree.
That's the Decree. Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty painful. He still does have the Shadow Eyes, and he just set the diner. So
kind of. So like this play is possibly going to run into something.
So the interesting thing is, would you let the player go off and not activate Shadow Eyes and then run into the diner, or would you prefer to activate the Shadow Eyes with the combination of the diner for that turn?
It's debatable though, because Necros don't really have an out to face down monsters as far as I'm aware.
Well, the Trishler, that's the only thing.
Yeah, they have the Trish play.
That's kind of one of the few
now
things.
he's going to think about shedding, yeah. Because the Brainiac has gone down, he has to see if he can
try and draw into the deck, yeah.
Side of the hand.
Like if the Trish comes down.
So he's adding the Valkyros. So he also has a deep Dimension Fusion in hand, so that's when he's attacking.
Dimension Fusion?
Sorry.
I was going to say if he has Dimension Fusion in hand, like, what?
Deep Fissure is what I was looking for.
Back to D-Mock format there.
No, let's not. In fact, let's. D-Mock's fine. But that's another time. So he just attacks with the Yosenju there. So Senju's putting in work. So he activates D-Fissure and summons that guy and boosts him to 2k.
Got the monster out.
Yeah. So the Necloth player is going to take, what, 600 there?
Can I bounce? No. Yes.
It would be advisable to bounce back.
It's optional, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. He looked very uncertain.
Unlike the end phase, which the other ones are, but it's difficult because you don't want to.
So much background.
And the
Decree
comes down and the shit. Charlie definitely trying to slow this down as much as possible. I believe that's the third, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
3 now.
Like, you can hear them audibly laughing in the background, but kind of how many have been seen. But in ruler format, I was known for if I maxed, the first card I draw would be another maxi, and then everything else would be gravy.
Yeah, exactly. But that's this is a pretty amusing duel so far.
Duality and 2
He's always good.
Oh, Thunder King. That Thunder King could be huge. Because the Decree, of course.
Anti-spell fragrance as well.
But the Decree is there, mate. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Decree's really slowing this down.
But I think he was trying to dig for the MST.
I think in that case, I'd just add the Yosenju.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd add the Yosenju so that you've got the 2 in hand if the Ryo fails.
Yes.
Is he?
He's thinking like, but at the same time, I feel like the anti-spell is irrelevant in this situation because you're adding further bad cards to hand to hope you draw well.
Yeah, exactly, and that's never a good thing when you're up against such a quick deck.
You always need to play the game. In my opinion, you always need to play Yu-Gi-Oh as if you're losing.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best way, really.
Because then you keep your hand optimal. It's possibly not as powerful, but you keep it statistically at its best.
Yeah, exactly. So in this instance, you should really add number 2. You send you Karma number 2.
But at the end of the day, if you saw the MST, it would be a huge payoff. But
that's
for the risk.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't because he does have 2. He already has a Yosenju in hand, so he does add Karma number 2.
Yeah. So now he has 2 turns worth of plays, which is very important.
Yeah.
The Thunder King should definitely come down now. Does the Necros play a main Book of Moon?
Does he?
He does. So we do have to worry about the possible set book. Oh, and Eclipse. Oh, by the sounds of his opponent, however, he doesn't have it.
He does.
But he does.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he has the MST.
Okay. Fizz. Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. So he's going to take a 500 to the face there.
He seems to still be thinking though. Oh, he might. Yeah, he's going to what's it called? Valkyros, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the Valkyros comes down to activate the effect to stop the battle phase and end it.
Dance Princess in hand.
But that Ryo is
definitely strong.
If
I honestly feel it's going to have to go.
Yeah. If Lloyd can draw that MST, this is going to be a massive change. So is that Dance Princess?
That's Dance Princess.
That's Dance Princess. So he's going to.
Castells, of course, the Ryo's going to tribute.
Yeah, he's going to have to force it. There's no point leaving it there. But what that now does is preparation rights.
Yeah.
There it is, yeah.
No shared rights for that one.
No, unfortunately not.
Because that's the problem I was mentioning about possibly holding it. Do you hold out for the possibility of a really effective shared ride, or can you slow them down?
Because that would have been a nice shared ride right there.
Well, how long is prep been set? Pretty much.
Prep's been set from around first turn.
Yeah, like I was convinced that was a decree.
There's the Brian arc, and that's
and that is the game.
That's the game.
Just all over so quickly because of that decree.
That decree completely won the game for him. Only
really did.
20-minute round, so
another 20-minute round. Like Necroth's just plowing
through everything. Yeah. So it's certainly very interesting. So that was game 2. So that's 2-0 to Necroth. It seems like the right hand side seems to be quite lucky, doesn't it?
Yeah. Necroth's definitely seeing what it needs.
So
in all fairness, that's where I was when I won my game.
Yeah, exactly. So the right hand side.
I left my positive juju on that side of the mat.
So that is it. So we shall be back soon with round 3 for you.
Thank you guys so much for watching.